Hi guys, Richard here with another video. In this video, there's some gameplay from Donkey Kong Land on the Game Boy. Oh, right. Oh, see, it's not like the SNES one. We have both on. When one dies, the other one comes on. Like Diddy Kong on the SNES one, you could have both on together, couldn't you? Not a bad effort though for the Game Boy. I've not played on the Game Boy before, but I've like seen it like when the Game Boy was out, seen the shops. But I never played it on the Game Boy. But it's not a bad. Looks a bit ropey on a monitor screen. But that's because Game Boy games was never made to play on anything else but the smaller screen. But it's a good transition of the game. It's not bad at all. It's fair play to the Game Boy. I actually preferred the Game Boy to the Game Gear. Yeah, they're going the Game Gear had the better screen, but again, like the Master System, I thought the Game Gear had awful sound. Oh, I fell off the end. Oh, cack. I should imagine it's quite difficult on the Game Boy in places. Not keen on the idea that one goes and one comes back when you die, because on the SNES one you could slap the other one into gameplay, couldn't you, and change which one you was using to get different higher places. But on the Game Boy one, if you die, that's when you get the other one come on. But like I said, I'm not going to knock it, but anything, just imagine that. Oh shit. Excuse the language. Yeah, I'm not going to knock it at all, you know. It's a decent transition of the game, and for what the Game Boy could do, I think this is quite decent. But it's quite difficult unless it's because I'm playing it on a normal screen. Whereas like playing it on the normal Game Boy, like I tried completing Mario Land on it, and I've done it once, but I found it difficult. But on the normal Game Boy screen, I used to be able to do Mario Land every time. Save there. Oh, bloody crap fire. Oh, fuck me. Bloody fire. Shame on it doesn't detect it as a Game Boy Color and then add the little bit of colour that Game Boy games used to give. I mean, I don't know if I've got a setting on the Pi itself, but I don't want to mess with it, kind of thing. But I know when you used to put Game Boy games into a Game Boy Color, sometimes you used to get The thing I like about the Raspberry Pi as well, you can save. When a lot of these handheld devices people are selling these days, you've got to do like a save state on all the games. They hold the buttons at the back or something on these handhelds and it saves that way. You can't do an in-game save like the game's supposed to. Like Donkey Kong Land on here, like obviously you used to have a patch in the cartridge so you could save, and that's how this acts. And so I can load the game, like I can end the game and then reload it and as I've saved it properly. So that's what I like about the Pi. I can save the game properly. I don't have to worry about the save state or whatever. You can do that on the arcade games because you never used to have to save on them, so you can save state on arcades. Anyway guys, thanks for watching this video and I hope you like this, and I'll see you in the next one.